watch a bunch of sawed-off tree stumps go at it.
Let's talk about all the other shit that's going on in sports.
Ain't nothing else going on in sports. What are you talking about? We done.
Huh?
We done.
Shorty, we had one of the most exciting weekends in sports in a long time.
Why do you say that?
Because don't miss with the Johan Santana pitched a no-hitter. Did you see that? Our writer Dan, man. Dan is a funny motherfucker. He wrote this
no-hitter in the history of their organization.
Yeah.
51 years.
He put that shit. He said, don't mess with the Yeah. So, I mean, Dan is a funny motherfucker. But, yeah, a no-hitter. Tiger Woods hit one of the greatest golf
fist
shots.
Pumps. He brought that fist bump straight back from 90.
I was like, damn.
He was screaming reparations.
Yeah, he was getting reparations. He had one of the nastiest shots, birdied 3 of his last 4 holes to win the Memorial Tournament, which is Jack Nicklaus's tournament, and tied Nicklaus's record.
For
which
wins.
Was for wins.
Not
Masters,
majors, just wins.
He still got 14 majors. Nicklaus has 18. Kevin Durant said, and I think made everyone think, and this is what we'll finally say, hey, you know what? Maybe you guys made a mistake when you said LeBron was the MVP because
no. He hit.
Let me tell you something, George.
Points in the fourth
I
quarter.
thought LeBron James should have won the MVP. I did. And you know what? I'm not a huge fan, but I'm going to tell you what, man. Right now, the way they're playing, give me fucking. Durant is a killer. He did it to the Lakers. He did it to fucking the Spurs. I mean, his fourth quarter Saturday night was nothing short of fucking phenomenal. He played his ass off. He's really stepping up when he has to step up.
I will not argue that with
you.
But now, can we talk about the reason why they won the game? And it's not because of him scoring 16 consecutive points.
Well, no,
it's because that motherfucker Serge Ibaka went for 11 for 11.
Now,
and just like Popovich said, we're going to play the same exact defense because I don't think they can do it again. And I don't blame you.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. If you remember when we did our review of these series, what did I say? Do you remember what I said?
Oklahoma's bench is going to win?
Nope. I said Oklahoma. But I said I think Oklahoma City. I thought deep down maybe the Spurs will win because of the way they're playing. But I said Oklahoma City's bigs. Those guys are good, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's. I think that's the difference. That could be the difference maker in this series.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They're finally starting to use their length. I think their coaches made good adjustments from game 1 and 2 where they looked absolutely abysmal.
Yeah.
And in game 3 and 4, it looked like the Thunder that everyone thought would be there.
Yeah, if they're boxing out, staying in the paint and making those close-up shots, I mean, they can go. They can have making a high percentage.
Game 5 is crucial for both of these series. Whoever, in my opinion, whoever wins these game 5s is going to win it all. And let me tell you, when the Heat were up 2-0, and I still stuck by my Celtics call.
Right.
I said it's going to be the Celtics versus the Spurs. But you know what? Whichever team out of the West comes, they're going to win it.
Yeah. The thing is with the Celtics, man, as much as I hate to say it, being a Lakers fan, to me, the Celtics have more heart than any team in the NBA.
It's
retarded.
Here's how I see it. The Celtics is a pit bull who's been chained up in the backyard and has not been fed.
Yep.
The Miami Heat is some pampered ass poodles.
Right.
With the fucking pink hair, getting carried around. They're soft.
And I tell you what, if I'm what the fuck's their coach? I got
Spoelstra.
Spoelstra. I don't know if I
Estrada?
want to bring in Bosch not 100% and fucking up chemistry.
What chemistry? Well, they haven't had any chemistry these past 2 games. They've gotten crushed.
They don't got chemistry, geometry. They don't got physics. They don't got none of that shit.
They don't even have trig.
Science. None of it. Anyway,
so,
right now,
it's going to be Oklahoma versus Boston.
How many games for Oklahoma, in your opinion, to close it out then?
If Oklahoma wins the 5th game, they'll close it out in 6.
I think
they'll win 5 and 6. They'll win back-to-back.
I think both of these series are going to 7 games.
Think so?
Yep. I think they're both going to be decided in the last and final
You understand the home teams in these series are undefeated. Whoever plays at home hasn't lost.
Yeah.
Out of the 4 teams that are left, they don't have any home losses.
Right. That's why I think it's going to go to if it continues that route, it will go to 7 games.
Well, then if the stats hold true, then you're going to have Miami versus San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if we get a Miami versus San Antonio, this is a big if. We don't know yet. If you have Miami versus San Antonio, who you got?
Miami.
That's just a weird
I'm going to tell you what, it's a weird matchup. And I would have to go with Miami, and I'm going to tell you why. I think the Celtics even match up good against San Antonio because now all of a sudden Tony Parker, you got Rondo, and you got a point guard that's
Tony Parker will light up Mario Chalmers.
Yeah.
The only thing I think the Heat can do that no team here can do is they can put, when Ginobili comes in, LeBron will guard him, and he will eat Ginobili's shit for lunch.
I think they match up pretty. That's a weird
Parker.
game.
It's Parker.
That's
If the Spurs meet the Heat, Parker goes off, that's the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Because to me, Bosch matches up with Tim Duncan perfectly. Any DeJuan Blair, anyone they come off, we have Ronny Turioff and any other thug who can just keep them grounded.
Right.
Bron will destroy and put Wade. If Wade can stay with Parker, it could get up.
You know what's funny? This is what I see happening with San Antonio if they meet anybody, and we'll get to if the Thunder meets anybody. The thing that San Antonio has good that is really good against Miami especially, and besides Parker, and also with the Celtics is that can those two teams, can the Heat or can the Celtics bench keep up with the Spurs bench? Because it is ridiculous.
The Spurs are the most complete team.
Right.
They from player 1 to player 12 on the end of the bench. To me, the Spurs are the most complete team because when I think Spurs meeting the Celtics, Rondo will handle Parker, but you have matchup problems the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you do because Ray Allen cannot keep up with Ginobili.
Nope.
So who do you put on him?
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett
and then you
do
look at the rest of that fucking team. Like, can you name a player? But they're all fucking good.
DeJuan Blair.
Yeah, they will just destroy the rest of the Celtics.
Yeah, they would hurt the Celtics. The Celtics would stay in it because of their heart. Now, how does Oklahoma City match up against the Celtics?
They will destroy them.
Think so?
Yeah, because they'll just run them motherfucking old ass knees into the ground. I mean,
that's what they thought the Heat were going to do. The Heat are an out.
The Heat are not as young and athletic as Oklahoma City. No team is as young and as athletic as Oklahoma. See, when you think athletic, you're thinking two players on the Heat. You're thinking LeBron and Wade. But when you get past that, the athleticism on the fucking Thunder is ridiculous. Right. I mean, those boys can run. They're fucking like 16 years old. They're up and down the court all day. They're going to make any team look old, in my opinion.
So, you think if it's Oklahoma, no team from the East has a shot?
I think Oklahoma's biggest obstacle is right now what they're dealing with. I think if they go, they match up good against both teams.
I can tell you right now, if Oklahoma makes it to the finals and it's not the Heat, I'm not watching. I'm not. I do not like Westbrook at all. I just don't like the.
Oklahoma makes it to the finals. And obviously, it's the worst. Let me tell you something. Oklahoma City makes it to the finals, and they have to play Boston. I'm going to tell you what. They're going to take 1 and 2. The playing in Oklahoma City is they have no more. It's the roughest stadium to play in right now. It's crazy.
They're nuts. Have you ever been to Oklahoma?
It's nothing there.
Yeah,
except the fucking basketball team.
And the Oklahoma Sooners. That's it.
It's like Utah. It's like they remind me of the fucking Jazz in the fucking 90s with Malone and Stockton.
Let me tell you, this is the reason they relocated because Seattle never, not even with Kemp and Peyton, did they have crowds like they have in Oklahoma City. They're nuts.
Yeah. Shit. Well, anyway,
Robert Griffin III, from everything we're hearing, looks great.
Right.
He's getting the extra time. He's going to look good. That's what everyone's saying.
Right.
Andrew Luck has yet to graduate, hence he's yet to show up. But let me tell you right now, he's sitting at Stanford with his feet kicked up, reading the playbook. He's going to come in, and he's going to impress those veterans by knowing all the verbiage. And I know that sounds dumb, but let me tell you, when you have a rookie quarterback step into the huddle and confidently call the play, it's going to help the veterans because the veterans will be hard on you.
Well, let me ask you this. Seeing that I'm a Washington Redskins fan, we're on the subject of RG3, and then we'll get on the subject of these refs because, there might not be any refs.
Are we going to talk about Blackman? Because he obviously blacked the fuck out.
He blacked the fuck out and blew 3 times the limit. But what do you think the fans are saying about the Redskins?
Super Bowl. It's the same thing.
Is that what you're saying?
It's the same
You're
thing.
so wrong.
How?
You're so wrong.
When? Since when?
Who are you
Redskins, Redskins fans have been talking about a Super Bowl in the offseason, every offseason for the last 9 years. Why is it different now?
Right, well, I'm just telling you. I'm just asking you. I would agree with you, but I'm telling you that you're wrong. They're not. Every Redskin fan that I know is
they're not saying 8-8.
Nope.
Because that's logical. They're not saying 10-6 because that's illogical.
This is what they're saying. This is what
it's going to be a long season.
Yeah, they're going. Man, RG3 looks good. It's great. We need a line. He's going to have to run. He's going to probably do good, but he's going to get hurt. Everybody seems to think he's going to get broke up. And then what? Is Kirk Cousins going to come in? That's the big if in Washington right now. Like, RG3 is a savior, but the problem is he's one guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's being a Redskins fan and hoping that the guy can come in here and do everything. He's little.
Let me tell you right now.
You saw it with your boys.
Yes. Your Redskins fan base, which is the logical people you talk to, which would be Dave, B. Stevie, Melvin, logical people you can sit down and have conversations with. The typical Redskin fan has already bought Super Bowl tickets.
But let me tell you something.
But I'm with you. I don't think RG3 is going to make it.
But George, you have to understand something. You live in D.C. Okay,
yeah,
let me tell you something. If you lived in D.C. If you lived in Philly,
it'd be the same shit. I understand. It sucks.
Everybody says our team's winning the Super
Right.
Bowl.
That's what fans do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But
and it would be a lot worse than Philly.
Could be, but logical people
because you might
don't fall into that trap.
George, let me tell you something. George might be living in Philly. Mike could be living in Philly. And let me tell you something.
I ain't never coming back.
You heard. I want all you guys to remember what he said today about DC's fucked up. Let me tell you something. George is going to be willing to suck monster cock to come back.
Dude,
come back here.
All fan bases.
Monster cock.
Yankee fans are that way. Mets fans are that way. Fans are that way. But now, if we logically look at this, over or under 10 games that Robert Griffin plays?
Over under?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, I did this last time and I lost with you. I'd say, okay, I'm thinking 10, exactly.
I'd say he's exactly going to play 10.
I'd say 10 or over.
Okay. Because, I mean, he's bigger than Mike Vick. I mean, he's bigger than what I thought he was. He's around the 220 mark.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was. I didn't think he had that much weight. Because Michael Vick's a little dude. Michael Vick is 6 foot, like a $185.
Yeah.
So Griffin's big, but Griffin got hurt in college. He blew out a knee, and I want to say a collar, maybe just a knee.
You're going to think I'm crazy. There's a lot of things that are going to play a part in it. It also plays on what division you play in with killers. And let me tell you something. With the bounty scandal and hits and all this kind of shit and fines, let me tell you something. People aren't going to be pushing it as much, I think. So you might see, and that's the thing, they're saying they want to see the quarterback stay in. I mean, obviously, over the last 10 years, we saw teams go to 2 and 3 quarterbacks during the season.
Dude, if your last name is Breeze, Brady, or Manning, and somebody breathes on you awkwardly, a flag comes out.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to give Robert Griffin III that kind of slack, because look at Cam Newton. Cam Newton got beat up last year, and he ran.
Well, Cam Newton got beat up, but also, I think
he would take off.
Yeah, Luck will get that.
Oh, Luck will get knocked out.
No, well, Luck will get, they'll look at him, but Cam Newton is fucking big. He's 260. I mean, guys, they're not going to give him a break. He's like a talented Jamarcus Russell. NFL talented, because he was talented at LSU. You're a fucking. Anyway,
so it'll be for the Redskins. I think seriously, and I've said it anytime that you and I get in a conversation about the Redskins, with the exception of last year, because when you had Rex Grossman, I said if you get 4 wins, it'll be fucking monumental, because I think he's a bust. Rex Grossman, put it this way,
because he's
great great athlete to be in the NFL for this long and hold down a position and start at that position, because let's face it, there's only 32 starting quarterbacks.
Well, it's who he got with. He got with the Shanahan family, so that's what's giving him a job.
With that said, your boy's going to play less than 10 games. Cousins is do you remember what Shanahan said when Cousins was available in the 4th round?
Oh yeah,
I had to take him.
Oh.
I was pleasantly surprised he was there. When he said that, it was like,
let me tell you something. This is what Bruce Allen's thinking, because it's Bruce Allen's the mastermind. He's thinking Cousins is going to get a lot of playing time because, RG3 is probably going to get hurt every once in a while, be fucked up a couple games. He's going to get a lot of playing time. RG3's our guy. He'll get bigger. He'll get stronger. But Cousins will be a good play, and he'll end up doing just like the fuck Flynn did up in Green Bay. In Castle and all those guys. He'll sit there, and they'll make him look really good under our system, because that's the system he knows, and then he'll go somewhere else. The Redskins will get a couple draft picks and some good money, because Allen's a great GM, okay? And all of a sudden, he'll fail miserably.
Maybe.
It's
going to be
I like to see all people succeed.
Rookie of the year.
Who's the Rookie of the Year?
It's going to be either your first pick or your second pick. And then I have to ask you a question about Jim Brown.
Rookie of the Year, I tell you what, I would have to say it might not be one of those quarterbacks. It could be, I'd say between RG3. Luck is going to have a lot of problems because he's got a lot of shit to they're rebuilding. I think he's going to have a little tougher than RG3. I think Trent Richardson stands a good chance.
I'm glad you said that, because guess who said he's really nothing special?
Huh?
Guess who said Trent Richardson is nothing really special?
Who, Jim Brown?
Mm-hmm.
This is my thing.
That motherfucker is a cold hater.
Dude, that's
just an angry dude.
But he's angry. But let me tell you something. Nobody's like Jim Brown. Nobody's like Jim.
No one's like Jim Brown was.
Yeah, Jim Brown was. Jim Brown was
a monster.
He's a monster. He will fuck you up, run you over. He had hardly anybody blocking for him, play little game. Jim Brown, he was probably the best running back ever. I mean, for the amount of time he played, pure strength and overall athlete running back. Yeah, Barry Sanders, elusive.
Okay, on strength, I'd have to see him and Earl Campbell go off.
Earl Campbell
was a bowling ball, and I'm gonna tell you what, Bettis' first 3 or 4 years, he was a bowling ball.
Yeah, but where are they in the record books?
Jerome Bettis?
Well,
High
Jerome
up
Bettis,
there.
yeah, but not like Jim Brown. There's still a tier.
But I don't understand why Jim Brown's so angry. Like, he's still
Jim
just an angry, bitter, nasty old man. He never says anything nice about anyone. He's even in movies and shit. I mean, dude, you were in some fucked up bad movies. So you have
rifles. He was in with Raquel Welch. She was fine as shit.
Man, I'm talking about that stupid ass alien movie.
Did you see him in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
No.
He talked about the motherfucker stepping on his bunions.
Missed that one. He's just an angry dude, and I'm like, why are you gonna
fuck with him?
No,
he will fuck
he's
you up
huge.
with that hat on. At 63 years old, he will work you. How old is Jim Brown?
I don't know, but
he's
he
like
looks
90.
like he's part of this group.
He will fuck you up. Jim Brown had to deal with a lot of bullshit.
And I understand that, but if you are a Cleveland Brown fan and you're why are you ripping this rookie? He hasn't done shit to you, and you're already not why not endorse him? Why not try to build him up? Why not try to influence the city that needs help to go support this kid in the team?
Thing. I will say this.
I'm not impressed with him.
I will not. I don't think. Obviously, the Heisman voters weren't overly impressed, but this is why. Okay, and Jim Brown shouldn't have said it. The problem is he's wrong. He shouldn't have fucking said it. But some of these running backs now, I'm just not as impressed with them, because especially the ones that are coming from the fucking SEC, dude. They have every fucking thing, dude. Come on, man. They got the best fucking line. They got everything. I mean, how many of them have done really well?
It's the same.
It's where did Adrian Peterson go to college?
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good school. Very good school.
Now let's see who else.
Well, yeah, if you look at it, I think what you and I.
Jig.
Okay, that
the
helps.
one for Tennessee with the always wears the grills. Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson. Ooh.
You guys know where Chris Johnson?
He went to a smaller school.
Yeah.
No, I get your point, but it's the same. It's the same argument I've brought up when we talk about Joe Flacco versus Mark Sanchez,
right?
Or the kid Matt Ryan versus Carson Palmer,
or even Shorty up in Cincinnati,
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
But yeah, basically what Kevin and I are getting at is what happens in college is, look at your boy Jason Campbell,
right.
For instance. Jason Campbell played with not one but 2 top 5 NFL running backs.
Right.
So, I mean, when you get the benefit of playing with these guys, you don't have to show up every... Chris Johnson went to East Carolina. Enough said. In other words, when you have to go to East Carolina and you're putting up numbers, that means you're bad because you have no other help.
Yeah,
Same with Flacco and Ryan.
I think especially with running backs and receivers a lot, I think a lot of times, like, you look at the Jerry Rices and the Terrell Owens and stuff like that. And
ooh, can we talk about him next real quick in the show?
Can
we please?
Yeah, he's just launching it. Let's just go right into that shit.
This Bama has time to show up on Dr. Phil's show. Mind you, he's not a real doctor. Right. He just got the title. He's a doctor of nothing.
Who?
Dr. Phil.
That nigga's not a real doctor?
No.
God damn.
They
are
just
you
gave him, I would bet my phone on it that he's not a real doctor.
Suppose you lose that shit. Snow White take that shit.
Who? Well, that's gangster.
My soul will take that shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, right.
Fucking hood rat. Anyway, what I'm getting at is Terrell Owens can show up on the Phil show, the Dr. Phil show.
Dr. Phil good.
and sit there and talk about he's only seen his one daughter X many times in this many years, and I don't make this much money, da-da-da-da. The team that he agreed to come play for, stake part ownership in, said, you don't have to show up to all of our games, dog. You just show up to this game, and this one charity event. Come on, man. You know what he said?
Fuck that shit.
Exactly. You know what they did? Fuck you.
That's the problem. Like, and Drew Pearson was one of the executives for that team. If you guys don't know, I mean, obviously that's going way back. He was a famous Cowboy receiver. And he's like, they asked him, they said, does he have the talent to play in the NFL right now? And he's like, yeah, he does. But the problem is no team wants to co-sign Terrell Owens bullshit.
Got a nasty,
you know what I'm saying?
Horrible attitude.
Yeah, and you see people, when the Cowboys sign him for that fat contract, see you buy. The Eagles, see you buy. Cincinnati, see you buy. Everybody see you buy. His name should be See You Bye.
Dude, he put up big numbers in Cincinnati. He put up big numbers in Buffalo. He puts up numbers. He's a great possession receiver. He gets shit done. The problem is you get him, you get Drew Rosenhaus, you get his 4 babies mamas, you get him doing his own reality show, you get him doing Dr. Phil, you get him doing everything
and you
but
get
what he
a
needs to
fucking
do.
chance of him spreading cancer in your locker room.
Yeah, I mean,
And
he's
that's
just a
fucking
terrible
crazy.
influence,
Yeah.
and it's sad because he could probably he would be looked at in a different light. And I think when people say top 5 receivers, if they let his off the field stuff get in the way, he automatically gets bumped out. But if you look at his numbers wise, he's got to be top 5.
Oh, absolutely,
He's a phenomenal athlete.
Absolutely.
He's just
you got
dick.
Rice, Moss, him, and maybe some of the old heads. Whichman Chris Carter, maybe Largent.
Brown from the Timmy Brown from the Raiders.
Yeah, Tim Brown.
What about Art Monk or Gary Clark?
Monk, not Gary Clark, no. Monk definitely. I mean, Monk actually was the leader in receptions until he got passed back in the early 90s. But
John Taylor is a number 2.
Taylor.
I mean, there's just so many, and it's unfortunate to watch a man with this. It's seriously, I would compare him to Roy Nelson.
Yeah.
Roy Nelson has all the talent in the world. He has all the tools in the world. He just doesn't take the shit serious.
Yeah.
And Terrell thinks people owe him things. Motherfucker, no one owes you shit.
I know.
You owe the people who are paying you to show up to do your damn job.
Yeah.
Me and you, we get fired.
You know who he reminds me a lot of, his personality? Just take a guess. Another athlete, just crazy talented.
Randy Moss.
Nope.
Chad Johnson.
No,
Chad Johnson.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you.
What
guys,
sport?
Basketball.
Larry Bird.
Nope. A
Dennis
little
Rodman?
accent. Yep. There you go.
They got the kids. They got the kids they don't
There you
see.
go.
They got the kids they can't afford to pay for
There you
anymore.
go. Mhm.
They just ran the thing with
Except
Dennis Rodman.
T.O. is more. It seems more like takes care of himself a little bit.
We're talking about a guy who, at one point, we thought tried to kill himself.
Well, I mean, doesn't drink and go. Dennis Rodman goes hard. So
We don't know if Terrell drinks.
He
might could.
He could be.
He might keep his shit just out of the news.
Yeah, he might.
He's got a couple different kids by a couple different women. That's not a sign of responsibility.
Thanks, I know.
That wasn't a straight dig at you,
Right.
but I'm just saying
Right.
at that
But I mean,
level
yeah.
where you have everything given to you.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean,
No, you're right though.
He's a
I mean, you're right.
jackass.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. I mean, I can honestly say if I had that kind of income, I would be way.
Let me tell you something else. You never missed a payment. You have overpaid. You have never not picked up the phone. You have never neglected to see any of your kids.
Right.
So you don't even compare to that piece of shit.
Right.
Because
I just don't get it.
You don't have millions of dollars. Talking about I can't see you. Motherfucker, you can go anywhere you want, anytime you want. People like you can't, because if you miss work, then you can't make next month's payment.
Yeah.
Terrell, on the other hand, doesn't have that problem.
Yeah.
You don't have months off during the year.
No,
Terrell does.
Yeah, he
so
could
no,
be a
that wasn't.
jet-setter,
No, that wasn't a dig at you. That was a dig at him.
No, I know. I was just fucking with you, though.
Yeah.
But it was still funny, though. I mean, it's true. You're right. You're absolutely right about it. There's no reason that you don't go see your kids when you've got that much downtime and that much fucking money.
Exactly.
You know.
But no, he has time to do a fucking reality show. He has time to try to get on Dancing with the Stars. He has time to go to do you. You have everything. He makes time for everything, but the shit he should make time for. And now it's coming back to bite you in your ass. And unfortunately, you get what you deserve.
Now he's gonna have a lot of time.
Yeah, you reap what you sow.
And we're the fuck out of here.
Paper or plastic pimping.
Yeah. Peace.